Chapter 20. Only dig from valuable minerals during the day. Author's notes. There's some comic references and some gentle nods about the fig, the wheel and the butterfly in this chapter, but not enough that you'd be lost if you haven't read either. Enjoy, and thanks for reading. Brady wrinkled her brows slightly as she stared at something on her work table and took a cautious step closer as if the item in front of her might suddenly exploded. She made a false move. She carefully looked over the pink rectangular item with a white heart on it that was set in front of her. She eyed it with an intensity almost as if it was a gem she was checking the quality of. Carefully, she extended her front hooves towards the front of it. The item clicked softly as Rarity's hooves made contact. Rarity tossed an unsure look to the light tin mirror standing next to her. Let's give Rarity a reassuring smile and nod to the item. With all the caution of a child trying to open the door late at night as time to wake the parents, Rarity gritted her teeth slightly and pulled up on the item with one hoof. The top half of the item pivoted toward upwards on the hinge on the back. Slowly, Rarity continued to raise the top half until she saw her reflection in a dark screen. Looking down, she saw several rows of tangled buttons. Rarity turned to Love once more. So, what's it do? Love's smile turned slightly strained. Lots of things. You can type out documents in it. You can keep track of your boutique's inventory. Love's voice showed to just a hair's breadth about a mumble. You can play games on it. Rarity cocked an eyebrow. What was that last one, dear? Love's forced an awkward smile to the manifest on her face. You can play games on it. Ah, so it's basically just like one of your son's electric doodads. Not that wavered folk about. No. It's way more sophisticated than that. But your son has one, right? Lotta frowned slightly as she predicted where the conversation was heading. Yeah? And he plays his beep-up games on it? Lotta crunched her lips to one side of her face. Well, it's not like Bunny's going to try his hooves at writing or has much in inventory. Lotta thought about this for a moment. Though, maybe Chill could help him use it to help keep track of his video games. Lotta's eyes lit up and she turned back towards Freddy. Oh, but he can use it to help him with his homework. Freddy hummed simply. Lobtail let out a sigh as her ears flopped down around her head. We just need some points to test these and report to us how useful they find them. I'm sure once you start using it, you'll wonder how you live without. Lobtail sighed once more, quickly put her happy kindness back on. I have fun and I love it. I'm supposed to Prisoner herself didn't want one. Freddy pursed her lips and smoked a frown. Well, she's a bit busy with an important match at the moment. I'll keep it around and try to find a use for it. Lobtail smiled warmly, Rarity. That's all I ask. Rarity, I'm home. Lobtail smiled as Sweetie Belle's voice ran to the boutique's main room into Rarity's workroom where two mirrors stood. Rarity leaned her head past the mannequin with the partially finished sparkling blue dress on it. In here, dearie. Lobtail smiled at Rarity as the sounds of something stirring from the phone could be heard. Fall sitting again? Rarity smiled. Well, my boutique is closer to school and her and the little friend's hideout than my parents' home. And I do have the room available. Well, it must be nice to not be by yourself at the time. Whatever do you mean, dearie? I have Opal to keep me company. Lobtail chuckled. Sure, but you better be careful. You don't want to end up some sort of lazy, crazy cat lady. But I only have the one cat. Rarity said as the sound of hooves softly tramping on carpet grew closer. Sweetie Belle appeared in the doorway, her white bag with a green staff and gold clasp slung across her chest. Hey, Rarity. Oh, hello, Bunny's mom. Lobtail smiled at Sweetie Belle. Hello, Sweetie Belle. Rarity raised an eyebrow at Lobtail. Bunny's mom? Lobtail chuckled. It's just what's stuck with the kids, I guess. I see. Rarity said simply. Hey, Sweetie Belle exclaimed as she noticed the coverage device. She drew over next to Rarity and stood up on her hind legs, propping her fat legs on the table. What's that? Rarity's phone glowed with an absurd light that soon matched all the surrounding the device. He scooted back about a foot away from Sweetie Belle. Sweetie Belle, Rarity said in some immature toy or voice, this is a delicate piece of equipment. I don't think you should be touching it. Sweetie Belle puffed out her lower lip and gave Rarity the frown. Lobtail chuckled. It's alright. Maybe she can play some of those beep-up games on it. Sweetie Belle chuckled. Beep-up games? You make it sound so lame. Like something Rarity would say. Rarity's cheeks grew puffy and slightly red as she glared at Sweetie Belle. Well, I'm sorry some of us ponies don't have time for all those strange, time-wasting gizmos. Sweetie Belle scowled back at Rarity. Well, maybe some point learn how to have fun every once in a while. You'd know more about them. I'll tell you, Sweetie Belle and Rarity some look. Sweetie Belle, don't insinuate your sister's lame. Ready? Stop belittling your sister's hobbies. Really, sweetie was tensed up like two falls just caught crawling by one of the parents, which wasn't too far from the mark. The attorney gave Lotep an apologetic look. Yes, ma'am, they said simultaneously. Lotep's eyes pointed as she raised the foot up over her mouth. Oops, sorry girls, force of habit. Sweetbutt lowered herself back to the ground. Serenity smiled and shook her head. It's alright, darling. Sweetbutt and I do need to be kept in line from time to time. Lotep chuckled. Alright, well I better get going. Oh, Sweetbutt said in a disappointed tone. Lotep smiled over her eyes. I'm sure you'll see me soon enough, Sweetbutt. Won't you stay for tea, dear? Reddy asked. Lotep shook her head. I wish I could, but I've got to get home and make lunch for every pony. She smiled on me. It's so nice having the family back together again. Very well, Reddy said with a nod. Next time then. Her hung glowed as sure as she lifted a pair of brown saddlebags and gently passed them on Lotep's back. Of course, Lotte replied. She began to trot out the room. Take care, you two. Bye-bye, Sweetbutt said cheerfully with a wave. Goodbye, Reddy said. Sweetbutt looked at the files on the red table, then turned to grin at her sister. Reddy sighed. Well, if Lotte says it's okay for you to be on it, then by all means, you can figure out what to do with it. Thanks, Reddy. Sweetbutt squeaked out. Reddy hummed as she watched Sweetbutt enthusiastically put the device close to her with a green glow from magic. Reddy flashed her sister one more serious look. Just be careful with that, alright? I shudder to think what Lotte would say to me if that device broke in my care. Don't worry, I'll be careful, Sweetbutt said. What? Reddy replied. She trotted over to a red sewing machine. Soon the machine was taping along as Reddy peered through red frame glasses and pushed red fabric onto the needle. The needle went up and down, inserting a pink thread into the material below. So entranced was by her was she that Reddy barely even took notice of the whistle like music notes and melodic hum that came from the device. Reddy, how do I make this go? Excuse me? Reddy actually looked up from work. This thing, Sweetbutt said. She pointed the screen at the device. How do I make it go? Reddy stopped and started sewing toward over to Sweetbutt. Why, whatever do you mean? Dozens of tiny square pictures filled the screen above words Reddy had never seen before, let alone knew the meaning of. The words she did understand were often squashed together with a capital letter denoting when the new word began, as the space had no meaning to the small device. Reddy could feel herself being sucked into a short background with its vaguely wave-like or maybe wind motive. Reality crumbled around her as she attempted to discern the abstract meaning of the four colored squares arranged next to each other in the upper right-hand corner. She soon found herself staring up at the red, green, blue, and yellow squares from an entire ocean full of tiny square debris. Reddy began to flounder, thrashing her legs frantically and spitting out water. She desperately grabbed hold of a green tiny square that read Excel, only to find that less than buoyant when she grabbed hold. She felt herself sinking as she stared up at the multicolored boxes in the sky, making one last prayer that the bizarre geometrical symbol would grant her mercy and deliver her from the strange place. Alien world made of bright foreign icons. The symbols remained motionless, as if passing silent judgments upon the unicorn's accomplishments. Her life and all everything she had done in it found warning as she sank deeper into the abyss. Reddy! Reddy's pupils suddenly grew from tiny dots and of her blue eyes to their normal size. She was still in the boutique. How long did you spend out of the world? Days? Weeks? Years? It was impossible to tell. Reddy, are you okay? You've just been standing on this screen for like 30 seconds. Reddy gave Sweetbutt a shaped look. Oh, sorry, Sweetbutt. Sweetbutt leaned back from his sister slightly. And you're even chilling. Elate, that's not true, Sweetbutt. Reddy said, motioning her drink to her as she wiped it from her mouth. I was merely moistening my tongue to better answer you. Oh, so you know how to make it go? Panic gripped Reddy's features and traveled down her body, starting to place a strong hold on her heart before it reached her hooves. No, Sweetbutt. Sweetbutt frowned. But I want to play, she whined. Amidst Reddy's deep, assured hours of panic, an idea appeared like a lightsaber thrown from a passing ship. Why don't you take this here, dear friend, but a mash? I ain't betting us all about this sort. Reddy took one last cut of the device and swallowed hard. Dang. Sweetbutt's face it up. Hey, yeah, maybe he has one too, and we could play together. Like with his and his brother's Joy Boys. Reddy's face suddenly turned its luminescent shade red. It was enough to cast crimson like eye in the room itself. I beg your pardon? Sweetbutt smiled. Joy Boys. You know. Sweetbutt held up her hooves as if pointing something between them. Reddy felt the strange hole return to her heart with a vengeance. That little green game machine Bunny always has with him. Ray let out a huge gust of air as if she was punishing a malignant entity that had possessed her personage. Right. Joy boy. She shook her hand and looked up at Sweetie Belle. Why don't you take this thing around home? I'm sure Bun and his mother would be delighted to see you. Thanks, Rarity, Sweetie Belle said excitedly. With the light green glow of her tone, the device was quickly closed up, placed in Sweetie Belle's bag, and soon the white field was coming out the room with her bag on her back. Ray let out a sigh of relief. I think I need that tea now. Gibson dear, Lotta's voice called out through the cozy pony for home. Can you get that please? Mom gets me lunch for everybody. Of course, the young masculine voice replied. Teenage earth ponies dying with a light reddish front coat, a short black mane, and a music no key walked towards the front door. Hope you're making extra, Gibson shouted back as he trotted down the blue crowded highway with speech bubbles. I've had a couple babes come by today. Sure, sweetie, Lotta replied, practically inserting an eye into her response. Gibson smiled while he opened the bar wide. Hello, ladies. Hubert, so glad you could. Gibson trotted up as he realized he was greeting empty space. Hello, Bun's brother. Sir, a small voice called out. Can I come in? Gibson looked down and scouted the little white filly that was on his family's doorstep. Look, little girl, I'm hoping one or two real girls show up, and I can have a bunch of little kids. Gibson? Lotta's voice cut off and within the house. Is that Sweetie Belle? You be nicer or you spend the next year in your room? I mean, come in, Gibson says he stood at the door open. Thank you, Sweetie Belle said cheerfully as he trotted inside. Gibson poked his head at the house, took a quick look around, and hung his head. He sighed heavily as he closed the door behind him. Lotta poked her head in the hallway and smiled. Hello again, Sweetie Belle. Hi, Bunny's mom. Sweetie Belle replied. Is Button home? Lotta smiled warmly. He's in his room playing a new game on what the computer's fault about. Hey, I help too, he said indignantly. I know, sweetie. Lotta said she favored her son with a smile. She made a kissy face at Gibson. Mommy's so proud of you. Gibson let her groan. Now, if only some other girls like my accomplishments. Lotta chuckled. Don't worry, you'll find some pony in your own time. Gibson glanced down Sweetie Belle as his brow sunk lower. Yeah, I bet. Sweetie Belle gave Lotta an unsure look. So is Bun in his room or... Lotta smiled not. He is. Go run on upstairs. Thank you, Sweetie Belle said happily as she sped down the hallway and up the staircase. Gibson watched her leave and then shot his mom an irritated look. And there's two more just like her. Sweetie Belle chuckled. Your brother seems to have a way with Phyllis his age. Gibson lowered his brow. He grumbled himself. Little brother doesn't even play an instrument. Button? Sweetie Belle called out as she trotted down the upstairs hallway towards Bun's room. I need your help with something. Sweetie Belle? Bun called out excitedly. I'm in my room. I have something to show you. Sweetie Belle smiled and picked up her pace, cantering down the hall into a room with purple carpet. Bun sat at a large one green table. A blue device much like the one she carried in her bag in front of him. Sweetie Belle's face lit up and horn lit up as she quickly moved a pink device with a heart on it from her bag. So you know how to make these things go? She asked, her voice raising octave to match her excitement. Bun unglued his eyes from the screen and just hung a smile. Yeah, this game again we can play together in these things. My dad showed me. Sweetie Belle was next to Bun with her own device open in almost an instant. Show me, she cried excitedly. Bun turned a smiling face towards Sweetie Belle. Oh, you're gonna love this game. It's a blast. Soon, Sweetie Belle shot a pensive look up at the sky. It had become dark much sooner than she expected, but she had already learned this bizarre world made out of cubes would show no mercy even to a newcomer such as herself. Sweetie Belle jumped and turned with fear towards the guttural growl. A filthy pony with shaggy, discolored green fur stumbled towards her. Sweetie Belle let a high-pitched E kink out the button. Button? She said in a frightened tone as she glanced at the slowly approaching pony. It's like zombies and skeletons and a bunch of scary things showing up. Bun chuckled and pointed towards the small single-story building made out of bricks. Don't worry, I'll protect you. Just run back to the house. Sweetie Belle squeaked as she bolted in the direction Bun pointed towards. Bun faded to see what she'd run away. Bun turned and his ears flopped down around his head as he stood almost motionless with the green zombie pony. Sick him, he muttered to himself. A little later, Sweetie Belle enthusiastically pointed towards the cave in the distance. Hey, Bun, I kinda want to go mine the nether again. Bun looked up with a nervous expression. The sky had begun to darken. Well, okay. I just hope I don't fall in love this time. Sweetie Belle began to run off. Well, Well, you should really be more careful where you step. One of Bun's eyes twitched. Later still. See about? Can't you see until it's daytime? Bun exclaimed as he hurriedly galloped up to Bun in darkness. It's so boring to see, Button. Sweetbell replied as the cave she was running towards grew larger and larger as the foes approached. Come on, it'll be fine. I barely doubt it at all. Sure, you haven't, Bun grumbled. Oh, you worry too much, Sweetbell said. It'll be fine, you'll see. Just a few minutes later, Bun only had time to turn and put on a face full of panic as the tiny green creature in front of him turned into a loud mass of whitened pain. Muff! Bun exclaimed loudly. He let out a sigh of relief. Phew, light up just in time. Bun roared in frustration as he threw his forehead straight up. The sounds of hooves rapidly ascending stairs could be heard from out Bun's door. Sweetbell's eyes went and she leaned back from Button. Well, what's your problem? My problem? Bun turned and shot Sweetbell a glare as if he was hoping his son developed the mutant powder melt her head with his eyes. I've been eaten, shot, stabbed, about an hour, and I just got blown up, and you wanna know what my problem is? The heavy sound of Poe's son reached a crescendo as Otep poked her into the room. Sweetie, what's wrong? She asked with concerned expression. A creeper blew me up. Bun extended she turned towards his mother. You really shouldn't disconnect when they show up, Sweetbell said. Bun said his death got disintegrate. I didn't hit the keys in time, okay? Snapped. Sweetbell much but nice look. It's not my fault girls have faster reflex than the boys. What? Bun said. That's not true. Yes, it is. Sweetbell shot back shrilly. It's science. Kids. Lotta quickly interjected as she lowered herself slightly and inserted her head between the corner of the children. Maybe you should take a break from the game. You've been playing for hours and still a nice day out. The two fellas took a comic breath and turned around and looked out the window behind them. Celestia had begun to lower the sun in the day's sky, but it was still bright, offering plenty of daylight. Bun took one more comic breath as he closed his laptop. Okay, Mom. Sweetbell closed hers too. I should really check with the other girls. They probably came with the loads of ideas they need me to help with. She says he returned the rectangular device to her white bag. Lotta smiled. Okay, dear, just stay here. Just stay safe. Sweetbell and Bun both gave Lotta a blank stare. Lotta sighed. Just try not to end up in the hospital. Sweetbell nodded and swung her back over her back. I'll do my best. She turned to Bun and gave him an honest look. Play with you later, Button? Bun smiled back at Sweetbell. Sure thing. Sweetbell smiled. Dimly satisfied, she turned as a light green glow irradiated from the horn. The same glow enveloped the left hood and floated out to Sweetbell as she happily tore her away. Take care, Sweetbell. Lotta called out. Bye, Sweetbell. Bun said she waved. Bye-bye. Sweetbell called out. Lotta smiled as he watched Sweetbell leave, then turned and gave Bun a look of bothered concern. Everything okay? Bun got up of his chair and dropped to all fours his small love tap. Sure, Mom. Bun said with a nod. Sweetbell is just a bit hard to keep up with sometimes. Lotta's eyes widened, and then she smiled. Maybe you should try talking to your father before going out. Bun gave a small look of mild surprise. Do you think he could help? Lotta's smile became a little warmer as she nodded. Believe me, your father knows all about what you're going through. Thanks, Mom. I'll go talk to him right now. Bun scampered out of his room, quickly descending the stairs in the home's downstairs hallway. Soon he was in the home's living room, looking at a dark brown earth pony sign with a spiky black mane and a bushy mustache. The sign sounded conscious in front of a small round green table. A silver device, much like the one Bun and Sweetbell were just using, rested on top of it. The device sported a green computer chip emblem. The muffled sounds of an electric guitar rapidly firing off notes and chords drifting from someplace below. Dad? Bun called out. The sign lifted gentle amber eyes from his computer and smiled warmly at Button. Yes, Button? How can I help you? I kinda want to ask you something. About Sweetbell? Chip smiled. Oh, you mean your cute little filly friend that was just here? Bun's cheeks turned a luminous shade of red. Well, we're not. I mean, we haven't... Chip chuckled. Button, it's fine to like someone. Okay, but how do you know if they like you back? Chip chuckled once more and glanced towards the entrance of the house's spacious living room. Lotta quietly stood just a little bit outside the room, gave Chip a smile and a nod. Chip turned back to his youngest son. Well, I'm afraid you'll never know for sure unless you ask. Still, there are ways to tell someone likes you. You spend a lot of time with Sweetbell, right? Bun nodded his head up and down. We see each other every day. Sweetbell comes over to play video games with me all the time. Oh? Chip glanced towards the hallways again. Sounds familiar, actually. I also have turned to friends. Buns examined dulled slightly as his lips fell to a more natural expression. But sometimes they do things that aren't exactly safe. Bun said, trailing off the sounds of the electrical charge ceased. Chip smiled likewise, sharp as he continues in the hallway. Sounds a little too familiar. Lotta's ears flopped down around her head as she gave her husband a slightly apologetic smile. The brief quiet made it possible to hear the sounds of hooves hitting wooden steps grow closer and closer. Chip turned it back to Button. Still, I think you two decided to spend lots of time with each other is a good sign. The door in the living room suddenly swung open with things behind Gibson. Sup, every pony? Hi, Gibson. Button greeted cheerfully. Chip smiled at his eldest. Hey, Gibson. Just having a little heart-to-heart. We're talking about Sweetie Belle, Button informed in chipper tone. Gibson let a slight disappointed sigh. Oh, you mean your little filly friend? Well, that's the problem, Button said. I'm not sure it's my filly friend or not. You should try playing the guitar for her, Gibson suggested. But Chip cleared his throat and gave Gibson a certain look. I mean, girls love guitars. Hey, yeah, Button said. Chip raised an eyebrow. I don't think that's a good idea. Remember when Button tried to help your band? Gibson's eyes widened as he slopped down around his head and he started off as he was looking into infinite expanse of space. Oh, right. I had to get a new amp. Crash and Wave refused to practice here for weeks. Chip nodded solemnly. Well, it took that long to repair the damage to the basement anyhow. So, no guitar? Next, no, Chip and Gibson said forcefully. Button said, Button earned disappointment. Chip smiled at son once more. Look, Button, I think all you have to do is be yourself, and you'll be fine. Button's eyes lit up. Really? But Gibson pushed air past his lips, causing them to flap up down. Yeah, that'll work. Chip raised an eyebrow at his son. How many girlfriends have you had, champ? Gibson narrowed his eyes at his father and frowned heavily. I'm just gonna go back to practicing my guitar now. Chip nodded. You do that. Gibson began to close the door. Leslie broke his more girls than me. He grumpily grumbled to himself as the basement door shut. Button what Gibson believed and turned back towards his father. So if I just be myself, Seabell would like me? Button asked excitedly. Well, being yourself doesn't necessarily mean someone will like you, but I think in the case of your little friend, you don't have anything to worry about. Button frowned. Are you sure? What if I tell Seabell that I like her and she doesn't like me back? That's a possibility, Chip said. I wish I could tell you exactly what to do, but, well, this is sort of your own personal quest. You must do what you think is right. My own quest? Button asked. You mean I'm the hero? Chip chuckled and nodded. Of course you're a Button. His smile softened as a small amount of seriousness entered his face. But don't be too discouraged if she just wants to be friends. You have plenty of time to find your special sun pony. Button smiled wild. Thanks, Dad. I'm gonna go get a toy and play outside now. Chip nodded. Sure, Button. Button quickly scampered out of the room past his mom. Mom, have you seen my crane? Button raised her photos out her mouth. Button, sweetie, is in the Lotta and Chip both cringed as their ears flopped down around their heads. The sound of the youngest falling and crushing into something was familiar to both parents, and they knew it could only go one of two ways. Found it, Button replied cheerfully. Lotta chuckled herself and shook her head as she tried with Chip. Chip smiled and closed his computer as his wife approached. Lotta wasted no time announced her husband. You're so good with him. Chip chuckled as he returned affection. Well, it's all about learning to explain things to Button in a way he'll understand. He pulled back lightly and gave his wife a serious look. You do think this little fate likes Button, right? Lotte gave an almost silent chuckle that caused her chest to rise and fall rapidly. Of course, she returned to nosing Chip. Those two remind me of two other little folks who used to spend all their time with each other years ago. Chip's eyes went wide as his smile cratered into a frown with practically enough force to throw enough dust and debris into the air to blot out even Celestia's mighty sun. That's actually much more worrisome. Discord! Flasher called in an unusually forced tone. He stopped that panic about from running around and looking at the ponies this instant. Disco sighed as he watched a wicker pig in the back, which has proud stubby legs, bark at a light yellow earth pony mare and a teal unicorn mare. Two ponies ran off, screaming as they put some distant into the unusually animated basket. Disco napped his ego talent and the biscuit disappeared in a flash. Flashlight looked up and gave the chronicles a disapproving look. Can't we just have a nice, relaxing picnic that doesn't involve skinny ponies or covering them with gloppy purple goo? Disco turned the flashlight and crossed his arms across his chest. If you're forward to jumpscape today, I was barely trying to get the points of the sounds in the woods of the holiday. Disco, you made up jumpscapes today, Fletcher said. And everyone was washing out Jim and Shelly at their custom maze 4 days afterwards. Disco turned and pointed Lion's claw at Flashlight. Okay, but no point at any trouble finding something to put on the bread during that time. Flashlight let an exasperated sigh. Fluttershy! Disco and Fluttershy turned as Applejack rapidly galloped up to the position. Just the point I wanted to see, Applejack said. She quickly slowed her pace and slid to a hole in front of Fluttershy. What is it, Applejack? Drax, do you need me for something? Fluttershy lied. Disco was suddenly wearing a long brown coat, a red bandana, a brown vest over a light blue shirt, jeans that went all the way down to his clubbing foot, and Drax's collar held up by a brown bow with the Master Star belt buckle and a hat that matched Applejack's. Disco tipped her head. Well, howdy, Applejack. Job at the old farm? Granny hitting the sire to her again? Boy, I'll tell you what. Disco snapped the knee with his lion's paw. That old mayor's crazy to go to the big taped together and join at the shotgun wedding. After turning to Discord. Discord, she could icily. She turned towards Fluttershy. That's trouble at the old farm. That's trouble at the farm. Oh my, Fluttershy responded. What kind of trouble? Applejack sighed. Mad hell's uprising. Fluttershy turned towards Disco and narrowed eyes. Oh, really? Disco's clothes were gone in a flash, replaced by white robes and a golden shimmering halo that hovered just above his head. Well, don't look at me, ladies. I just got here. Honestly, with you all living right next to country forest, I suppose this sort of stuff doesn't happen once a week. Applejack sighed. It pretty much does. Fluttershy smiled warmly at Applejack. Don't worry. I'm sure they'll talk with the monsters out of this matter right away. Disco chuckled. Of course it will. Who ever heard of a big dog with a mouse? The girls turned towards Discord, then back to each other. Well, anyways, Applejack began. Disco put a sullen look and crossed his arms across his chest. Oh, come on! That was good, and you both know it! He says his rose burst into flames and his halo fell, getting caught on his horn. Well, anyways, Applejack with more force. We better get a move on before the might conquer the gazebo. Fluttershy nodded. You go on ahead. She nodded Discord. I'll be right there. Applejack nodded. I got you, partner. She said before she turned and began to canter back towards Sweet Apple Acres. His rubbed knuckle played incinerating his nothingness. Discord removed his halo and examined it for a second. He shrugged and casually tossed it behind him. This was accompanied by the sound of a window breaking. He smiled. So we're off to see the farm, hmm? He rubbed his lion's paw and eagle talent together. Sample some of the apple family's fine baked goods. Drink some cider? Flashlight Discord a worried smile. I don't think that's such a good idea. Granny's bed wasn't too happy to see you last time you were there. Discord stroked his chin thoughtfully. Sure, well, the old mare did though quite a few things at me. I'm amazed at her age she could still lift a rocking chair. Or that end table. Discord? That picture she threw was nice. Too bad the frame broke when it hit my head. Discord rubbed his eagle talent a bit. Not that much I turned the frame with a wooden snake that spit pear juice on every pony. Applejack was not happy about that. Discord chuckled. I still have the kitchen sink mount over my fireplace. Discord lowered himself to Fluttershy's lap and smiled. Oh yes, Fluttershy, my dearest friend. Fluttershy gave Discord a serious look. I really need to get going, but I want you to be on your best behavior while I'm gone. Oh, pish posh, Discord replied as he waved his eagle talent about dismissively. What kind of troublemaker do you take me for? Fluttershy wordlessly answered Discord by turning her head, frowning slightly and dropping her eyelids. Discord gave a nervous chuckle as he raised to his full height and tapped his eagle claws and iron claws together. I mean it, Fluttershy said frostily. No mess with my friends, and no getting in trouble with the King of my Crusaders again. Discord frowned. Okay, maybe I'm emperor. He pressed as a Reiki with the CMC's emblem appeared on his back. He smiled wide enough that he wasn't able to completely hide the wickedness in his grin. And those three are so much fun to hang out with. We can face them together. Fluttershy insisted. For now, I just want you to promise you won't mess with anyone while I'm away. Discord sighed and lowered himself into a near-perfect arc as a smile dropped to a frown and his cape disappeared. Very well, Fluttershy. He suddenly stood straight up at attention as a green military dress uniform appeared on his body. He saluted smartly with his long paw as he placed his eagle tab behind his back. I promise I won't mess with any point while you're away. Disco breathed a sigh of relief. That's all I ask for. Flusher took a weary glance in the direction of Sweetheart Bakers. I better get going now. Goodbye, Discord. Disco smiled. Take care, Fluttershy. Disco said with a wave of big claws. Flusher began to trot away. Disco's smile grew wider, and wider, and wider still, until it looked less of a smile and looked more like a small crescent moon with a single thing hanging over it. Once Flusher was far down the way, he took his eagle talent out from behind his back and held it in front of him. Two of the claws crossed neatly with each other. Oops, Disco said darkly. Disco threw his head back and his arms up in his air as he laughed maniacally. Just as soon as laughter had begun, Disco leaned his head back and steepled, or his animal teeth against each other. His eyes looked to the left and then to the right as a curling mustache grew from below his nose and his military outfit transformed into a black cape and a white-brimmed black hat. Disco curled one end of his brand new mustache with his flying paw. Now to find some play to play with. Choo-choo! Disco's ears perked up as his mustache, cape, and hat disappeared in a white flash. He dropped to the ground and fled to a nearby bush, peering out of the source of voice he had just heard. Choo-choo! Disco smiled deviously as he spotted the young brown cone in the purple hat. If all you do to find your about half family. Chugga, 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 chugga. Disco smiled with supernova. They strung entire stars of the planet. If we are not to turn, you remain white.